So Virgo, you are making some decisions, some good luck decisions, brings you good vibes. You're cutting things out of your life that are no longer, serving you or toxic to your lifestyle, whatever that means to you. It's going to bring you some good luck here. And the solutions, the key. This is a great card to get. All right, Virgo rising, those with their moons in Virgo. Welcome to May. This is Taurus season from April 19th to May 19th. And in your forecast for May, we will be looking at your cards, the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle, the pink ones. They do come as a set. Okay, so if you're interested, you can buy those at www.themoontree.org. All right. And we will be looking at some other tarot decks too, some guest special appearances. And of course, we'll be looking at your astrology. All right, Virgo. And if you're new to me, thanks for joining. I'm Trina, your intuitive guide from Peace River, Alberta in Canada, helping you navigate life's energies. All right, let's ring the bell to clear the air. All right, let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, in May. Well, we see here there's a lot of energy in your 9th house. This is good for you, Virgo. You're starting to rise out of that 8th house depths that you've been transforming. You've been going deep within. You may have been having some joint spousal issues, working on your investments, your debt, your loans, your other money, your RSPs, 401ks, all that sort of stuff in the 8th house. It's a money house, sure, but it's also a transformative house of looking within and coming up like the phoenix rising. So this looks good for you to be in the 9th house of expansion. It's like expanding your beliefs, expanding your horizons. Now, how, Virgo, do we expand our horizons? Well, we can do that through travel. That's why the 9th house is often associated with overseas, foreign affairs, travel, long distance travel especially, right? Where you have to maybe stay somewhere overnight or somewhere further away from your house, right? So there could be that. Another way that we expand our mind is through education. So I'm not surprised if some of you Virgos are going maybe to university, college, taking a course or some kind of, learning thing to advance yourselves in some ways. So that looks cool. The 9th house can also be about publishing. So if you've been working on your own oracle cards, for example, or some kind of music, poetry, paintings, whatever, lead magnet for your business, whatever you want to publish, right? Could be publishing a course too, a learning course for your people if you have an online business like me, for example. So publishing is a big thing here, could be time to find a publisher for your book or get going on that ebook, right? So that looks good, Virgo, for you indeed. 9th house. 9th house can also be funny about changing your religion. Sometimes people want to change religions when they're going through the 9th house, or becoming a spiritual guru or a spiritual leader or teacher as well. Or you are the student going to one of those. So that can be fun as well. But think overseas, far away, expansion. That looks good. Now, we do get this full moon, which is a culmination of energy on May 12th in Scorpio. So it's kind of a deeper full moon for people. It illuminates, it completes something perhaps. It could be an ending of sorts. This could be you ending or completing something within your community, the 3rd house of communications, community. It could be that you have rebranded yourself and you've completed the process for thinking, how am I going to rebrand myself to the world in whatever way that means for you? It could be business related or personal rebranding in a way as well, because you did come out of that 8th house of transformation. It's kind of a new you, Virgo. So the ending feels like there's a culmination of energy here on that full moon week, May 12th for you. And it could be that you've finished a course yourself. You've completed a learning course yourself. That could be 3rd house. 3rd house can also run vehicles. I mean, this could be the end of your lease agreement with your vehicle, or selling or buying a new vehicle. It could be that kind of feeling as well. It could be, for some of you, a completion of something you've been doing within the community. It could be like you host a garage sale that week in the community and you're completing that process, something like that as well. So the third house is sort of a junk drawer of sorts in the zodiac. There's just a lot of things going on in there. So it could be a completion and ending of something, but it's mostly doing with communications, learning, community, some kind of illumination there. So that looks good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It could be too that you're just, you finalize those new business cards. You know what you're going to print now for the business cards, Third house of marketing, branding, communications. Now, I like to look at Mercury for you, Virgo, because Mercury is your ruling planet. Now, it's funny because Mercury is going through 3 different zodiac signs in May. For example, up until May 11th, it's in Aries. So until May 11th, your thoughts are like, let's go, because Aries is fiery and wants to go and take charge and be a leader and has action behind it. So it could be like you have lots of energy here until May 11th, right? Especially in the brain, in the mind. And also then it after May 11th, it's in Taurus. So as we can see here, that is your 9th house. So you're really going to feel that 9th house good vibe energy around May 11th. It really, really takes form there. So that looks cool. And while Mercury, though, I forgot to say, while it's in Aries until May 11th, that's your 8th house of you're still having a little bit of the transformation stuff. There's still a little bit about your money, your future money. Still thinking a little bit about the money, right? Your debts, your loans, your joint finances with a spouse per se, things like that too. You're probably completing some stuff there from last month. And then at the end of it all, around May 26th, Mercury moves into Gemini, real communications there. So you're going to feel a lot more busy vibes around May 26th, okay, when everything starts going Gemini as well. So, and it has a lot to do with your work, career, recognition, reputation. Lots of career energy coming around the end of May for you. Okay, so get ready for that. If you've been waiting for career change, around the end of the last week of May, you're probably going to start to see some results of that. So that looks cool. Oh, and I wanted to talk to you, Virgo, about Venus because of the fact that we're in Taurus season here for most of May. Taurus itself is run by Venus. So I like to see, what's Venus doing for you in particular, Virgo? And Venus is in Aries all month. So that's in your 8th house. And Venus runs money, beauty, things we love. So like I said, you're going to feel pretty energetic when it comes to your 8th house matters. Let's transform. Let's rise. Let's be more independent. Let's work on our finances for the future. Let's have a plan. Let's work on our budget. Let's work on our money. How am I going to make more money? And what does that look like for me? How much money do I want to make a month? How much do I want to invest? Maybe it's time to look at your investment portfolio with your financial advisor, Virgo, this month, and maybe reformat things a little bit there. And it is a lot about your future money stuff. So good to look at your insurance policies and all the legacy stuff that you'll leave behind, your will per se, get that done. Good month to do all that 8th house stuff of the long-term money. And there could be a lot of energy about rising out of some kind of feeling of the depths. The 8th house is deep and inner and kind of down there. And you're wanting to rise up from that in some way. And Aries is fiery, and Venus is what we love. So it could be a good time for you to really take charge of your belief systems. You're good enough, all that kind of stuff to move forward. So that looks good, Virgo. Because I know last month and the month before was kind of hard for you, but it's looking up, right? It's lightening up a bit here. So that's amazing. It's amazing. And it's all leading up towards your, as the months go closer or further, I should say, ahead, it's all leading up to your recognition because you're moving higher and higher in your chart where eventually you'll be at the 10th and 11th house where everybody's looking at you. You've got your act together now, and you're ready to rise into the leadership that you so deserve, and that everybody can't wait to hear from you about that. So you're getting ready for that, okay? So during this 9th house in May, this is a time for you to learn, to expand your horizons, believe, be optimistic, trust in the universe, trust in yourselves, all those good vibes, and do some fun travel things out of your comfort zone. Go on a vacation, even if it's a short vacation close to you, just something out of the house. Maybe distance yourself from the phone, turn it off for a day, have a vacation day. It'd be fun for you, Virgo. And when you're doing the vacation day, do fun things that are exciting and motivating and inspiring. All that kind of vibe for you would be very good. Energy healing too can be very good at this time. Sound healing, energy healing, you can look into as well. 9th house matters. That looks good. All right. Speaking of energy healing, let's pull some cards from our decks, the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. They do come as a set. And so let's pull some Lenormand, Chakra Lenormand. We've chakrified the Lenormand. Yes, we have. All right, let's see, Virgo, for you. I'm going to knock out the energy from the past readings. Yeah, there we go. Yes, so you're making some cutting, some decisions. Okay, fast-acting decisions. And they're good. Like, the decisions you make are good and lucky. Okay. So that looks good. You know, you can have faith in yourself. The 9th house is quite a bit about having faith in yourself, the universe, like we talked about. Having faith in yourself that you will make the right cutting decisions, cutting things out of your life, toxic behaviors of the 8th house that you're leaving behind in order to move forward. And this card, the clover, the luck, right? 2nd house of self-worth, right? Valuing yourself enough to cut out that which is not conducive to this happy card, right? So we want you to do that. And that looks good. And yes, the key, the solutions come for you. So again, so Virgo, you are making some decisions, some good luck decisions, brings you good vibes. You're cutting things out of your life that are no longer, serving you or toxic to your lifestyle, whatever that means to you. It's going to bring you some good luck here. And the solutions, the key. This is a great card to get. You're having some good, good vibes about finding the right solutions and making good decisions about that. So that looks very promising indeed. I do see a lot of bravery with the yellow solar plexus chakra, confidence and bravery, but I do see a lot of green, which is the heart chakra right here, doing things we love. And then I see a lot of purple, which is connection to your higher self, to spirit, and to other people. So that all looks nice together. Now let's pull a card from the pink Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. To see what we can. I trust the process. Remember I told you we got to trust the universe, trust yourself, trusting people, right? And putting faith back into the mix, which is 9th house matters. So I trust the process. 2 + 7 = 9. This is the end of something for you too. You're ending some sort of ending some horror. I think that decision card, the cutting, you're cutting away things that just don't work anymore. For whatever reason that is for you. And I trust the process along the way. All right, now next we're going to pull a card from the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. So that should be interesting. So here we go. For Virgo, what could we know? 2 of Wands. I got this for another person too. This is there is that choice. The decisions card had come up, right? The cutting, making some fast acting decisions. 2 of Wands is a little bit like that too. He's singing and it's like the world is his oyster. What's he going to do next? It's sort of, you've come now with the 9th house, you're expanding your horizons and seeing something from a higher level view about what's next for you. And that looks exciting. It's the door of possibilities, right? Possibilities abound for you. And Wands is the suit of passion, your environment, doing things. So keep that in mind as well, because I know you're very cerebral, Virgo, being run by Mercury. That's why you Virgos are so smart. Okay. But sometimes we just got to go with our heart, and we got to do things, and we got to feeling the emotion and the passion behind the things in life. Okay. So that's what I would suggest for you. Now, finally, let's pull a card from one of my favorite decks right now for Tarot. Gosh, I love this deck. Tarot of the Enchanted Soul. And this is by Yasmin Westwood. I just did a review on my YouTube channel too, on my playlist for tarot card reviews, if you're interested. And, yeah, such a good deck. Here's what it looks like on the back. Beautiful. Get lost in that blue. And it's got gilded or gold gilded there. That's so cute. I love that. All right, so let's knock 3 times. What can Virgo know? Spirit for May. For Virgo. Knight of Coins. Ooh, that's a money. And you are on the money, a little bit of money still. Like last month, you were on the money line quite a bit. And there's still a little bit of the money for you coming up here. And it's more of that long term, the long game money of the future that we talked about, right? Knight of Coins. He's wearing red root chakra, the base. You can't even see it on my chart because it's under the orange, but that's, your legs, your feet, it's stability, it's finding security in life. And, the Knight of Coins is a grounded, reliable sort of person or feeling, The Knights, when we pull a Knight card too in Tarot, it's usually about some kind of action we should take or mindset we should take. So here we've got real cautious a little bit here. We've got patient and disciplined. So being disciplined in money matters, maybe. If it comes to your business and publishing things, it could be getting that thing done, getting that thing that you want to publish done. Good time for that, It'll be well received during Taurus season until May 19th. Okay, Virgo? Knight of Coins. There's a little bit of seriousness, I suppose, with this card. There's patience too, having the patience to wait for things, for your money to grow. And I just got a message from Spirit in my brain. They said, tell them to, don't forget to smell the roses. Be still and smell the roses. So that's what the Knight of Coins does. It's kind of the only knight, I think, in Tarot that doesn't actually ride around on his horse. He's always the still standard guy. Like, he doesn't really move. So this could be a sign for us to stand still, be present in the moment, right, Virgo? Enjoying the little things, enjoying the present moment, not being focused so much on the past, not being so focused on the future, but the present, okay? So that looks cool. All right, so what's next, Virgo? Well, I hope you're a part of our Facebook group called The Intuitive Collective. This is for spiritual people just like you who want to elevate their intuition and use intuitive methodologies like astrology, numerology, card reading, all these things in everyday life. Applying them to be better in everyday life, right? So check that out. You'll probably be interested. And I'm also hosting the Intuitive Power Festival, a 14-day extravaganza on that Facebook group where we're going to have speakers, intuitive speakers who talk about all these things and help us out. And for the attendees, it's free. And so if you're interested in becoming a speaker and I'm looking for energy healers, intuitives, all that woo-woo stuff, right? I'm looking for all of those people to join me in speaking in front of a global audience. Okay, so if you're interested in that, I do have a link in the description below. And so I need speakers, and I would also love you to become part of the group in general, just to check it out and hang out with us as well. Okay, so that'll be in the description of this video. And if you are interested in readings or in the cards for sale, come visit me on my website, www.themoontree.org. I'm Trina, your intuitive guide from Peace River, Alberta, helping you navigate life's energies. And thanks, Virgo, for joining me today. And I'll see you in the next one.